I think I'll start by saying I think that's a massively disappointing night. I think we owe the supporters an apology for that. I think you think about the first game of the season, the Vancouver game in the play-in, and this one. There's a similar sort of like pattern, and I've got to take full responsibility for that. So if there's any finger pointing, any criticism has got to come my way and my way only, not to the players. You know, I think I said to the players in there that we've got 3 days to recover now from a night that was everything that we didn't want. We've got 3 days to recover. We've got 3 days to assess a lot of players that are playing well below. Some are playing well below sort of like their fitness levels in terms of injuries and well below their form levels. So we've just got to make sure that we prepare well for the next game on Wednesday night. It gives us an opportunity straight away to get back out into a big game, into a big occasion, and put tonight wrong. You know, but the any criticism, any finger pointing should come at me.
Hi, Coach. Just over the past couple of weeks, and as the team continues to just like fail to be able to win games, it's become clear that just receiving the ball and making a proper first touch has been a real struggle for a lot of these players. So what has just been what's been being worked on in training to ensure that players are able to receive the ball and be able to turn properly in the space?
Well, I think if you look at the 4 goals tonight, they all came from when we had possession of the ball. You know, we had possession of the ball, we give it away, they score. That was actually our game plan. But when we won the possession of the ball, there was maybe the first 20, 25 minutes we won possession of the ball. We were really good in our compact shape, and our quality sort of like transitioning from there was well below the level that's needed to compete, you know, as a top 7 team, and that's why we're not in the top 7. And like I say, there's finger pointing at me. It's the selection of the team and the players we've got in there. And we're just going to make sure that on Wednesday night we're better at those instances. Because like I say, I think there was a period of that first half where we were in control without having control. And our quality on the ball was nowhere near the level that's expected. And I'd say that in the probably last 2 or 3 weeks, it's probably been similar. You know, there's been a massive drop-off in that. Let's reiterate what I said at the start. We've got to make sure that we put players out on that pitch tonight, on Wednesday, that are 100% fit, because we didn't have that tonight. We had a lot of players. You saw the way that we set up the team. There was a lot of at the back line. We had to patch things up a little bit because Mosquera's not fit, Finn's not fit, and Forey's not fit to play 90-minute football. And you know, we've just got to make sure that we pick everybody up. I believe in them more now than I've ever done. That's my job as a manager. I brought these players in, I believed in them, I chose them, and like I say, we've got to be better on Wednesday.
Why do you believe this team can go into a must-win playoff game scenario and win?
Why do I believe? Is because I've got the incredible confidence in these group of players. I've got incredible confidence in me, in myself, and I've got incredible confidence in this football club. I really have. You know, the supporters were rightly disappointed tonight, but I know on Wednesday night they're going to be incredible. So that is going to be something that we have to tap into. It's not something that it's form isn't something that you can just turn on and off. But what I would say is that we've got to galvanise them. My job as a leader is to make sure I inspire them for Wednesday night. That's my job. And my job was tonight, and I didn't do my job well enough. And like I say, in the next 3 days, we've got to find the right balance. We've got to find the fittest players that actually can go out on the pitch and compete, and go out on the pitch and play for 90 minutes, and go out on the pitch and play as part of a team. And that's my next 3 days. I will do everything possible. I've got utter confidence in myself, the group, and the club to do that. And because we've seen this team. This team are this team are a spark team. So something just turns, something just flips. You know, you think about the chances even that Christoph's having in the game, not quite there, but if that goes in, his stats are through the roof in terms of everything else he's doing apart from putting the ball in the back of the net. Now, we need something just to turn for everybody in this team, and they'll get the confidence back. They're a young team. They need confidence. Experience is going to be a key on Wednesday night as well. And like I say, we're now in the business of winner takes all. and there's no ifs or buts, there's no excuses, there's no messing around. It's now delivery time, and we've been saying that for probably the last 2 to 3 months. And I'd say that probably people thought that, you know, that you could probably just walk into the playoffs. We were always in that 7th position, but you've got to earn the right to do it, and we haven't earned the right to do it. And on Wednesday night, we've got to earn the right to play. Is it San Diego? The winner of this game plays San Diego, maybe? Is that right? Yeah. The winner of this game, we've got to earn the right to play San Diego in a 3-game battle.
You've repeatedly said before the season, during the season, even just a few weeks ago, that just the playing game isn't good enough. You've called it a failure for this team. How do you rectify kind of that messaging with the fact that, you know, team's now in the playing game, puts a lot more pressure in it, like in your messages to the team and how you're kind of planning out and marking success for the team? How do you kind of balance, obviously you didn't want to be here, but with the game and moving forward?
No, I think I've always been a manager that's been honest, and you play in the playing game, and you're not going to see champagne in the dressing room. You saw the supporters tonight. You know, the playing game's not good enough for them, so it's not good enough for me. So I'm not going to go in tomorrow and say, congratulations, boys, you're in the playing game, because that's nowhere near the level that I expect from this team. That's nowhere near the position in the league that I expect from this team. So we can't sugarcoat it. I think when you live in a modern era where people pussyfoot around each other and try and say, well done, unlucky. No. The fact is we didn't want to be in this game, but the fact is now we've got to deliver. Now is do or die. You know, it's a one-off game. You've not got 3 chances. It's a one-off game where we have to deliver. We saw last year, we experienced last year, the pain of going out in this game is worse than going out in any other game. Worse than going out in any other game. And so my expectation of this team, it's why I said all along, is that, you know, we finish and playing in this game, that is a failure. We win this game and get through to the next round, then you start talking about success. But at this moment in time, it feels like failure. It does to the supporters, those people that come behind that goal and pay really good money and their life is Portland Timbers. They will agree with me, because you can tell by the reaction tonight. Because if they thought it was success, they wouldn't have been sort of like disappointed at the end there. So I don't want to pussyfoot around. I want to tell people the absolute honest truth. My players know that this is unacceptable, and that's why I've got to shoulder the full responsibility for this, because it's my job to get this club moving forward. It's my job to get this club to deliver for this football club, and at this moment in time, that's not happening.
Okay, we're gonna wrap it there. Thanks for the time, Phil. Thanks, everyone.